Welcome to Carl's Kitchen. Today I'm gonna cook Italian Puttanesca sauce and serve it with gnocchi. This is a very lazy recipe, and the interesting thing is that all the ingredients keep for at least a year. So I'm going to use a tomato base ready mix and spice it up. This one is from Australia and it keeps for a year and a half. The anchovies are Italian, keeps for a year. And capers, and they keep for 2 years, also Italian. I'm going to spice it up with some fresh garlic and some Indonesian sambal oelek. The Italians would have done this with dry chili flakes, but that's very difficult to get it to the right spiciness unless you know your flakes very well. This is very stable taste. So I'll show you how quick this is. I need one pot. I mix the ingredients and I'll let it simmer. Italians would likely let this simmer for 30 minutes. I find that minimum 5 minutes, and what happens the longer you let it simmer, the more deep the taste from the anchovies and the capers will go into the sauce. So, very simple. Now for the capers, I will need around half a deciliter. And I'll now hack it with my favorite kitchen knife, and roughly 1 cut per caper. Doesn't hurt if it's more. So this now goes in the pot. Now for some anchovies. Anything between 2 and 10. I think I'll do 4 today. These are very, very salty, and you want as small pieces as you can get away with. So this much will give a medium bite if you use the Indonesian sambal oelek. And I'll add some fresh garlic as well. For this dish, I've had it in Italian restaurants with thinly sliced garlic. I prefer to press it. So I use a standard garlic press. So I basically just added all the ingredients, and I'm going to stir. And we put it on the stove and let it simmer. So potato gnocchi is not normal pasta. The better the gnocchi, the more potatoes is in it. This one has 80% potatoes and 10% wheat. So when you're boiling gnocchi, they need to be in for 2 to 3 minutes, read on the pack. And when you dump them in, they sink, and when they're ready, they are on the top. As you can see, the potato gnocchi are now floating and almost ready. Okay, to serve this is very simple. And a scoop of this. The Italians would serve this with some broad-leafed parsley. I have coriander. You can see what it would look like. And the French would have a loaf of white bread to mop up the lovely sauces afterwards.